Breaking: Top Dem just found guilty. This is treason and it's bad. Trump is pissed. By Prissy Holly for freedomdaily.com. Several months back, a highly disturbing Muslim spy ring was discovered at the White House, led by three brothers who were hired by Wasserman Schultz and other Democrats to do IT work for Congress. The three Muslim brothers, Abid Imran and Jamal Awan, were busted for stealing top-secret information from congressmen's laptops and then copying it on to an external hard drive outside of the White House. Since the bust, a criminal investigation by the FBI has been underway. Now, a shocking new break in the case has been made, and several top Democrats could soon be on their way to prison for a very long time for their role in terrorism against the United States. Ever since this Muslim spy ring was discovered, Democrats have been scrambling to bury evidence where Debbie Wasserman Schultz outright threatened the police chief with consequences if the investigation into her precious Muslims continued. Wasserman Schultz even went so far as destroying evidence where a raid on her residence uncovered smashed up hard drives and computers in an attempt to bury her ties with these Muslim terrorists. Now, things have gone from bad to worse for the crooked woman, as a bombshell report reveals that her dirty dealings involving money laundering for international terrorism. The Daily Caller is now exposing that the Awan's car dealership was nothing more than a money laundering front that the family then used to fund international terrorism. So not only were these brothers ripping top intel off congressmen's laptops and placing it on an external server, but the hefty paycheck to the tune of $7 million they got from their employment from Congress was then converted into an operation to fund terrorism. According to American freedom fighters, while Imran and Abid Awan ran their car dealership in Falls Church, Virginia, in the early part of the decade, Drug Enforcement Agency officials a few miles away in Chantilly were learning that the Iranian-linked terrorist group frequently deployed used car dealerships in the U.S. to launder money and fund terrorism, according to an explosive new Politico expose. Worse yet, millions upon millions of dollars simply vanished from the Awans, all while they lived a life that displayed little, if any, wealth, begging the question of where it all went. The money that disappeared between the Awan's dealerships of $7 million in congressional pay, the equipment suspected of disappearing from Congress under their watch, and their other side businesses, all while they displayed few signs of wealth and frequently haggled in court over small amounts of money, raised questions about whether the Awans might have been laundering money or sending it to a third party. Based on the modest way Awan was living, it is my opinion that he was sending most of his money to a group or criminal organization that could very well be connected with the Pakistani government, said Wayne Black, a private investigator who served as law enforcement group supervisor in Janet Reno's Miami Public Corruption Unit. My instincts tell me Awan was probably operating a foreign intelligence gathering operation on U.S. soil. This comes on the heels of the bombshell Politico report this week exposing how Obama shut down the FBI and DEA investigations into Hezbollah drug and money laundering operations in order to appease the Iran deal, and secure the nuclear deal, all while Hezbollah relied on money from used car dealerships as a financial source to fund their terror organization against the West. The CIA dealership was more than likely one of the operations federal authorities relented on, meaning The Awans were working as double agents the entire time they were working for Democrat members of Congress. They were aiding and abetting terrorists while they enjoyed access to sensitive government materials. America's freedom fighters went on shortly before the 2016 election. Investigators found huge amounts of house equipment unaccounted for under the Awan stewardship, and when they looked into the family further, they found that they had logged into members' computers for whom they did not work. There were signs that the House Democratic Caucus server is being used for nefarious purposes by the Awans, according to a House investigation, and steps are being taken to conceal their activity. What's still amazing is that no arrests have been made in this case. What's even more outrageous is that despite Imran being a known criminal suspect in cybersecurity probe for months, where he was stealing top intel from congressmen's laptop to an external server at the White House, Wasserman Schultz still refused to fire Imran and his brothers. Not only that, but she's doubled down her efforts to protect the Muslim terrorist by keeping these laptops and hard drives at her home. In an unbelievable move by several Democrats in Congress, including Representative Gregory Meeks of New York, they're now making the asinine claim that police have framed the Muslim Brothers out of Islamophobia, but this is complete nonsense, as the brothers' own stepmother, a devout Muslim, filed court documents exposing him of using high-tech devices in the past to wiretap and extort her and others. It's highly disturbing how all of the DNC scandals keep pointing straight back to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Her antics began during the election as she was busted for helping Hillary Clinton rig the primary election against Bernie Sanders. After being fired and removed as the DNC chair, not only is Wasserman Schultz now being tied to the murder of Brenton J. Whisenant Jr., who was investigating her for fraud and a visa case in Florida. Now she's guilty of not only trying to derail a federal investigation by destroying evidence, as smashed laptops were found at her home, but she is now complicit in a money laundering operation to fund terrorism against the United States. And no arrests being made, right? Isn't that great? What are these people working on? What are they collecting their paychecks for? You know? Unreal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.